Welcome back to the SportsMax Zone. Now, Digicel have been announced as the presenting sponsors of the new Jamaica Premier League set to kick off early next year. The competition will be called the Jamaica Premier League, powered by Digicel. SportsMax, your home of champions, has also been announced as the league's broadcast partner for the next 3 seasons, a continuation of a relationship that dates back to the 2015-2016 season. Now, Digicel and SportsMax join JMMB, Wisynco, Yummy Bakery, Jamaica Producers, Indus Pharma, and Mount Pleasant Academy as sponsors of the league. In the meantime, Professional Football Jamaica, the PFJ, the body charged with administering football in the country, is awaiting the go-ahead from the Jamaica health authorities to kickstart the 2021 season. Joining us now, fresh from inking their deal, is the chairman of the PFJ, Chris Williams, and the SportsMax CEO, Olly McIntosh. Gentlemen, welcome to the SportsMax Zone. Can I start with Chris? Your comment at the press conference said Digicel has ensured a Merry Christmas for the PFJ. Can you talk to us about how satisfying and how big a deal is this for the PFJ with this $200 million sponsorship from Digicel, approximately 1.4 million US?
Yeah, no, absolutely. First of all, thank you for having me, and greetings to all your viewers. The sponsorship is critical because we're in the middle of a pandemic, and we know that the entities, all the various entities, are challenged in executing their business models in terms of their revenues and so on. So within that context, having a sponsor come on board in any shape or form, we're very grateful for. And then on top of that, to commit for 3 years and to commit at the size that they did, is really heart-wrenching and makes me feel, a tremendous amount of satisfaction. And as I said, ensure that we have a Merry Christmas. So, so we're grateful to Digicel and SportsMax for seeing the vision and for assisting us at this time.
Nasha Monique Douglas is the Chief Marketing Officer for Digicel. She announced at the press conference that football is the national sport of Jamaica. Olly McIntosh, Digicel and SportsMax have embarked on major projects in the past, and this is the latest of them. How great is this one?
Well, Lance, as you know, we've been partnering with the Premier League for the last 5 years, and also with schoolboy football. And what we believe is that we're now at the stage with a restructured Premier League organization, that this partnership between Digicel, SportsMax, the PFJL for the Premier League is going to elevate local football to unprecedented levels. And, we know that we produce some of the best players in CONCACAF. And what we want to do is have a very strong, very well-presented Premier League that hopefully enhances play on the field and then gets our national team even more prominence within CONCACAF and becomes a regular participant in World Cups going forward. So this is a continued investment that Digicel has made in local football for many years, that SportsMax has made in the broadcast of local football. And we believe that together with the efforts being made by Chris and team, that this will result in a better Premier League and hence a better national football program.
Yeah, Olly, we've waited a long time for this to be made official. I know, a lot of discussion has happened in the background. Are the presenters of this league ready yet to talk about or to announce the kind of format and the kind of television presence that this tournament will have?
Well, I'll leave that up to Willie to do that. But I think that at this time, we are still working out the details. And as you know, the devil's in the details. That being said, the key thing for Digicel and the key thing for SportsMax was that when we sat down around the table with Chris and Donovan and Lloyd and Arlene and the rest of the team, we all had the same vision, right? Which is this platform of football, which is the national sport in Jamaica, needs to be presented on a certain level and to an international audience. And when we came forth with wanting to increase the use of technology in our broadcasts, to increase the number of matches broadcast nationally, regionally, and outside of the Caribbean, we were all on the same page. So it made the discussions between us much easier. We're still working through, exactly how that's going to be executed, which I'm sure when the time is right in the turn of the new year, we'll be having more press conferences and announcements about scheduling and what exactly is to come. Last night I spoke to the guys, to Robert and Evan over at IRA, Lance. And by the way, they challenged you and George to a domino match. I don't know how you and George going to deal with that, but I'll leave that to you guys to decide. But I told him that one of the things that we've agreed with Chris and team is that we're going to definitely introduce, for example, VAR into the broadcast and presentation of football.
Yes. But
that's just one of many new innovative ways that we're going to bring football to the national, regional, international audience from Jamaica. And I'm sure Chris has a number of things that he's going to talk about as well.
Chris, do you want to add anything to what Olly just said? Because he left the stage open for you to fill in the blanks.
No, I endorse what he's saying. The key, lads, is that we need fan affinity. That's what sponsors pay for. They want to be associated with it if people love the league. And in order for us to get fan affinity up, it comes down to coverage. That's the reality. You can't just cater to the 2,000 people in the stadium. You have to cater to the 2 million people that are going to be watching on the various platforms. So we know that we need a broadcast partner that can bring to life the game. It's really a production. I'm learning, this thing, and it's really exciting to me how much of a production it is, and how exciting they can make the game through how the game is produced and presented to the audience. So we're going to work with SportsMax to ensure that the content is exciting. There's sufficient replays. There's interviews. There's the walkout on the field. There's the excitement of the goals. The production of the coverage is one of the key pillars. Yeah. And I must tell you, the sponsorship support that we've been able to get has been built primarily on the back of the coverage that we're going to deliver this year.
Yeah.
So we recognize that our economic value is linked intrinsically to Olly and his team, and so we want to make sure you perform, yes. Because our ability to raise the sponsorship, yes, depends on how well he executes the coverage. So we're just a warning from now, lads.
We're good. We're good, Chris. We've got to run, but two very quick ones before we leave. One for you and one for Olly. I saw a newspaper report that the Harbourview General Manager Clyde Giordini said that if the league doesn't start by January, they will run into problems, and he recommended scrapping the league if it doesn't start by January because of a CONCACAF goal or a CONCACAF restriction that demands or commands that the regional domestic tournaments have to end before CONCACAF Gold Cup football. No chance of that happening, is there?
No, at this point in time,
yes.
we are very positive that the powers that be understand the tremendous exposure that the country faces if we don't start football. The reality is that everybody that is Jamaican or in Jamaica wants to see us in Qatar in 2022, right? And the only way you can get there is to qualify.
Okay.
And to qualify, the players have to be engaged
and busy. Yeah, and busy.
So this is a national issue now. This is not even just us want to play some football. This is now a national issue, and we're confident that the Prime Minister, Minister of Health, and the Minister of Sport understands how critical this has become.
Okay, this is serious business, Olly, and I, at the risk of sounding facetious, I just wanted to ask you if the thrill and the excitement of this latest project is taking some of the hurt away from the distress that you're feeling about Arsenal and the Premier League.
Hey, Lance.
Yes, sir.
Listen. What we like to do is come from behind. So, sitting down in what now?
15. Olly, just 4 wins from 14 matches.
Yeah, well, that's not a problem.
It isn't.
The whole season ahead of us.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Talk to us in February. When by then, we'll be sitting in a stadium watching Jamaican Premier League, and then we can talk about Arsenal at that point.
Excellent, Olly. You did well. Thanks, Olly. And Chris Williams. Great talking to you guys. Okay, so the PFJ getting themselves set, and Chris Williams suggesting that he feels confident that early in the new year, good sense will prevail and football will be resuscitated in Jamaica, the land of reggae. What stands out for you, George and Wayne?
It's going to be a challenge, no doubt, but I know that the potential and the abilities are here. You have a lot of talent at SportsMax. So presenting an exciting package won't be an issue for SportsMax that much. But I'm going to turn my attention to the various teams now in terms of the facilities, because there'll be no spectators in the stands, which is going to make it more difficult. So you guys will have your hands full to really generate and deliver excitement and fun and so on. So in terms of the pitches, they need to improve on the pitches. So therefore, if these games are going to go worldwide, and Chris talking about 2 million viewers and so on, we need to ensure that the pitches look good and it's well grassed, and so that we can have good football. So I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to it.
We're out of time.
Are we?
Yes.
I stumped George.
No, we're out of time. The producer says we're out of time, so we go to break.